On WGN News at 9.
UN Climate Change Summit ending this past weekend in Glasgow under criticism that world leaders didn't do enough to cut global warming emissions.
Well, that plays out at the global level. WGN's Jackie Bang takes a closer look at the state of climate change here in Illinois.
Looking long-term, world leaders appear to have more work ahead of them following the summit, while President Biden's Build Back Better climate agenda is still on the table. Closer to home, Governor Pritzker is ready to implement his recently signed climate and energy law. But what about our condition now? Many, but not all, say Illinois is struggling with the effects of climate change. More than 22,000 square miles of surface water, Lake Michigan is a vast and vital resource for millions in the Midwest. But in recent years, powerful storms like the one on October 25th have sent the lake over its banks, causing a great deal of damage. Remember the winter storm of January 2020? A citywide assessment estimated $15 million in damage to the lakefront parks alone. That didn't include the more than 80 buildings flooded or damaged by the storm.
The lakes are still historically high, and that's why you see some of this lakefront damage and erosion.
Historic highs 3 years in a row due to climate change, according to Dr. Aaron Packman, director of Northwestern University's water research. He's been studying these signs for 20 years.
Long term, we do expect to see more hazards, more damage, more extreme storms.
The warming is happening faster than had been predicted, and also so's the ice melt.
Our resident expert has spent more than 50 years watching this shift in the weather.
The trend is very, very clear and irrefutable. We're warming up, we're getting wetter in our part of the country.
It's not just Lake Michigan that has the concern of climate change experts. It's also an area that takes up most of Illinois. It's here in the farms. According to the Department of Agriculture, 75% of the state of Illinois is farmland.
You got to climb steps.
Barry Baltima of Beecher, Illinois, brought us along as he finished harvesting his corn crop.
We've been doing very well. We still export billions and billions of bushels out of this country every year because it's more than what we can use.
It may sound surprising, but he has no complaints about climate change.
I say that climate is changing. It's been changing since creation.
The lifelong farmer believes these events are cyclical, though he admits noticing the springs are getting a little cooler and the falls are getting a little warmer. Baltima, like many other farmers in the Midwest, say they'll simply adapt to the changing environment thanks to technology and research. Not everyone agrees with his optimism.
In the future, that's going to be very hard to just adapt.
Karen Peterson is climate change manager with the Nature Conservancy of Illinois. The group released a comprehensive environmental assessment of the state last April. They compared two scenarios, action or no action to mitigate climate change.
Under the scenario where we don't take action, by the end of century, we would expect an increase in temperature from 8 to 14 degrees, and that's a huge increase.
It's a dire prediction. However, Peterson is among a growing number of experts who do believe the path to climate disaster can be stopped. She supports the governor's comprehensive climate change law signed in September
in America's heartland lies
and showcased at the UN Climate Summit. It calls for moving to 100% renewable energy by 2050 and closing coal plants by 2045. The key, experts say, is to keep the momentum going.
I think as more of these extremes start showing up and impacting more people, more and more folks, and in fact the studies show that's happening already, will believe that climate change is really an issue that ought to be taken seriously.
People are accepting it more, and I think you're seeing industries becoming aware that they're not going to be able to do business as usual and start switching their practices.
Among the short-term solutions suggested by climate change experts, fortifying infrastructure and stabilizing the lakefront with barriers to protect against powerful storms. Also, something simple, adding more green space. Shade trees would reduce the effects of extreme temperatures in the summer. Back to you.
All right, thanks to Jackie Banks.